So you want to be a screenwriter. First thing, get a haircut, because your hair is going to look like this at the end of it from pulling it out.
Oh man, I wrote this script all night, and then the professor gives it back to me. He won't read it because it's not in proper format. This teacher is a real...
Which brings us to my second point. Go take a screenwriting class at the local community college. Keep your fingers crossed that the teacher is more literate than your fellow students. Just kidding, fellow students. Please don't hurt me. Finally, clear your writing space of all annoying kids, animals, and other distractions.
All right,
Mom!
guys, I'm trying to write.
Mom, can you come upstairs? I need your help.
I'm trying to write.
Mom!
Get these doors.
Mom!
Oh, no, Fido. You didn't do that on my Quentin Tarantino spec script. Okay, now you're finally ready for 6 minutes to better script writing. Now, the most important thing, and in fact the only thing I'm going to teach you today, is how to put your script into proper structure. And the first thing you have to know about that is something called the disordering event. What is a disordering event, you may ask? Well, I may tell you, that's all those annoying things in life that disturbs your regular fantastic routine. Like, for example, if your relationship is going really well and then your obnoxious mother-in-law shows up for 2 weeks, or say you have a surfing trip planned to Maui and then this massive volcano grounds the one last flight to Maui till 2015. This kind of thing, stuff that disrupts the natural order of things. And that's how you can think about your characters and how to get them moving on a script right away. So we're going to take a group script that we meticulously put together, sweated over for at least a half hour in spring 2010 in Professor Padawer's class, to really demonstrate what a disordering event is and how it affects your character and gets your story moving. Take it away.
Whenever we need to show you our script, it'll sound like stadium echo, and you'll see the text right on screen. The finals of an important motocross race. We can't see the faces of the helmeted racers and assume they are grown men. Our focus is on the racer who is in third place. So, we know that this is a story about a motocross racer, and he's doing his natural thing. He's racing.
Coming up, a big disappointment tonight for fans of Ben Sharp. A win tonight could have been a record-breaking victory for a great season, but looks like he's in third place, and his coach doesn't look too happy about it.
Coach Craig is on the sidelines, wearing a wireless headset that allows her to communicate with Ben.
What the heck are you doing? This is for the championship. I told you, cut them off on the inside.
If I do that, those guys are going to crash at top speed.
Well, you want to be a big winner or a big loser?
Okay, do you feel a disordering event coming on? Wait for it, wait for it. Reluctantly, Ben cuts them off. The two racers crash into the wall. Flames are everywhere.
A shocking turn of events. Ben Sharp now in the lead. Paramedics take the field.
Fantastic! Oh, this is just great.
They could be hurt. Worse.
Ben crosses the finish line first, pulls off his helmet, revealing that he is 10 years old, and his coach is his mother. So the first disordering action, the character causes a crash. That's not part of his natural balance, and it will motivate him and the movie action just down the road.
The next thing I'm going to tell you about is something that I plagiarized from Craig Padawer, who's our script writing teacher, and he probably plagiarized it from some old fart, washed-up screenwriter who now writes screenwriting textbooks. But it's a good piece of wisdom, and might help you visualize a good way to structure your story. Think of script structure as a set of stairs or the teeth on a saw. They go up incrementally, and in the case of the saw, they go up and then down 45-degree angle and then up again. But generally, the saw and the stairs are going up to a climactic point of action, but it's not a straight line. So you'll have these moments of action leading towards a climax, but then things will slow down and you'll have the aftermath, which is sort of a kind of a recap or a setup to the next event of action, and eventually you will reach this spellbinding, seat-grabbing climax, which will sell your movie and make you a gazillionaire. So, to illustrate that, we're going to look at our fantastic group project that utilized that very technique.
Ben, the standings just came in. Now I got to talk to you. Come on, Ben, now.
So here's what the sawtooth story structure looks like for Act 1, Scene 2. Ben is sleeping. His crazy coach mom comes in and picks a fight. Hey, that's disordering event number 2. The action peaks. Ben says he'll quit racing and he runs off. The aftermath. Coach mom regrets her actions and considers what she's done. That scene ends and a new one begins with its own sawtooth story structure. Now watch the scene play out in live action.
Come on, Ben, now.
Mom, it's late. I gotta go to school first thing.
Now listen, what I have to say to you cannot wait. Sit up now. Okay, I'm going to go over the standings with you. You hear me?
What is there to talk about, Mom? I won the race!
Mr. Sharp, you did not ride fast enough. Now listen, Silver 66 back east is nosing you out going into next week's Nationals.
Big deal! All you care about is winning. What if those guys today wound up in wheelchairs? You were happy they crashed. These are my friends!
There are no friends in racing.
You don't care about people. Only trophies. It sucks.
What are you talking about, Benjamin? This is our dream for you. For both of us, honey. Honey, for both of us.
No, it's your dream. I'm taking my name off of next week's roster. Let Silver 66 have the win. It's time for me to focus on being me, not the boy you wish you had who can do anything.
Oh, what have I done?
The last thing I want to tell you about is something we all know about because we're all adults, and that is the climax. In this case, we're talking about the climax of the story, and that is the incredible moment of truth, the pinnacle of the story where the most important, exciting thing happens, and everything after that is downhill. You can light up a cigarette, have some chocolate. But in the movies, you just kind of go, "Oh my God, what is this?" You either root for the hero or cry for the broken love affair or whatever it is. And in our case, the climax comes at the very end of our film because our film is only 6 minutes long. But usually the climax will come towards the end, and then there'll be sort of a wrap-up aftermath type of deal. And now we begin the final ascent towards our climax.
Yo, Moto Hero, awesome job on the track today.
Cody, come ride with me tonight. Sneak out. I can't take it here anymore. Mom is crazy.
Dude, it's 10 o'clock at night. We're in 5th grade.
Pull your skirt off and come out with me.
Okay, Mom's working late. Joanna won't notice. She's in the living room making out with her boyfriend. But if I get grounded, you owe me.
Anything, buddy. Meet me at Devil's Cliff.
You're finally taking the cliff jump? History in the making. I'll definitely be there.
I have one more diagram to show you about story structure.
No, Mom, that's my math homework. You've been editing for way too long.
Whoops! Here's the diagram I wanted to show you about the story structure of your entire movie. Most of your movie should be about building up towards a compelling climax, which is precisely what we did. Exterior. The top of Devil's Cliff. Night. Clouds have moved in front of the moon, drastically decreasing visibility. They are riding side by side.
Listen, man, maybe we should head back. I can't see anything out here.
Cody accidentally drives into a ditch
Are you
and is
alright?
launched from the bike.
This is a bad idea, moron.
You wanna go back?
Nah, I made it this far. Might as well keep going.
They ride again and reach the top of the cliff. The clouds have cleared. The moon illuminates the desert.
I know you're kidding. There's no way you're jumping this cliff tonight.
I'm gonna prove to Mom and the world that I am the best.
So you think you can jump the cliff, then land and ride off into the night? I thought you were better at science, bud. It's not physically possible.
Are you with me or not?
Ben, you're the best, and it doesn't matter what your mom or anyone else says. You are the best friend a guy could have, the finest human being there is.
Cody, man, try to understand. I have to know that I can do this. That I can be the best rider there is even when Mom is not watching. Maybe because Mom isn't watching.
Don't do it, Ben. You'll die.
Ben hits the edge of the cliff, pushing his bike to the limit. He launches high in the air and freeze frame, fade out.
We hope you enjoy this climax, and happy writing to one and all.